Okay, we're joined now by Cincinnati forward IImar'I Thomas. IImar'I, congratulations on the win today. If we could just get an opening statement from you on how your thoughts on the game today and what you expect to see tomorrow when you face UCF.
Thank you so much. Definitely, we came out from the beginning and we knew that Memphis was going to fight. They're a good team. So we were able to battle and really proud of my team. They showed up today.
Okay, we'll take questions for IImar'I, please. Just feel free to pipe in if you have a question.
IImar'I, congratulations on the win. Another great performance. I feel like we've seen this kind of performance from you a lot through the years. Maybe a little bit of a slow start in the first quarter, but then once you found your rhythm, really got things going. What was the key to get things going for you tonight?
I would say my teammates, I would credit them. I mean, I feel like in the first quarter, they really were able to carry me, and I knew from then on it was going to be my turn, and they really opened things up for me. So it was great of them to be able to make shots today.
How is your confidence, the team's confidence right now with the way you've been playing the last few weeks? It seems like you're peaking at the time that you want to.
My confidence is great. I mean, this is March. Anything could happen, and I know I need to be playing my best basketball right now. And I think the team is finally able to really be clicking, and we are playing our best basketball. So I think that's good going into the tournament.
IImar'I, we haven't been able to get you on camera since you got the American Athletic Conference Player of the Year award. What did that mean for you to get that honor yesterday, just heading into the tournament this week?
I'm so blessed. I mean, I credit everybody that's helped me along the journey, and that was something that I set out and said that I wanted to get this year. So I'm really glad I was able to accomplish that.
What do you have to do to win tomorrow in the quarterfinals?
We have to, literally play 5-minute segments and try to win every segment that we can and be ready for a dogfight. I mean, we know how it is playing UCF, so we're going to have to come in and be ready for a battle.
Talk about the defensive effort down the stretch and holding the Tigers without a field goal in the final 3:43.
It was definitely just us locking into our coach and being able to switch defenses and play really Cincinnati basketball. I think that was what we were able to do in the final 3 minutes for sure.
Any other questions for IImar'I? All right. IImar'I, thank you. Congratulations, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Okay, we're joined now by Coach Michele Clark-Hurd from Cincinnati. Coach, congratulations on the win and on advancing. If we just get your opening thoughts on the game, please, then we'll open up to questions.
Yeah, just really proud of our group and finding a way to get the win. It's always really tough when you have to come in and play that first game, basically because it's a new season for everyone. Everyone has, new hopes and, it's 0-0 across the board for everyone. So, it wasn't pretty, but we continue to do the things that we need to do to find a way to win. Proud of IImar'I, proud of Milan. We just had a lot of people step up in big moments.
We'll take questions for Coach Clark-Hurd, please. Again, just chime in when you have a question.
Coach, congratulations on another great performance. The last few weeks, it seems like your team is really kind of peaking at the right time. I know that's something that you talk a lot about through the season. You want to be playing your best basketball down the stretch. What has been the biggest difference here in the final 2 weeks that has really kind of been able to get your team to that next level?
I think the most important thing is just our growth, in growing in different situations, being able to play in different type of styles of games. And then the leadership of IImar'I. IImar'I's growing more and more and being that leader on the floor and helping me in every situation that she can on the floor so we can do some adjustments and do the things that need to be done. And just really proud of her and just different people stepping up. The ability that how Caitlin Wilson has shot the ball and done the things that she's done has allowed, teams have to guard her, even if she doesn't make as many as she's been making in other games. And that really helps us and allows us to be able to run our offense and do the things that we need to do.
Coach, you mentioned Caitlin. Milan really stepped up in today's game. Like, have you seen her grow, and how important was it for her to kind of get that hot start in the first half?
Well, first, I'm really excited because her family got to come and they were here. So to have, Shoni and Jude and her whole family in the stands, I think I'm so excited for her. She's just been incredible for us. You look at the addition of her coming back from her injury, inserting her back into the lineup. And she had 7 assists. She's just really smart. She made some big threes, big plays. And so I'm just really, she just makes us better and gives us the opportunity to run our offense and get into the things that we need to, and not be in situations where we can be doubled up and a lot more pressure on our guards. So it takes some of that pressure off of them.
Coach, kind of building on that, with the challenges everybody has faced this season, with just the circumstances, and your team in particular, with all the different lineups you've had to use, your team having to get used to not having Milan for a good portion of the season. Now that she's suddenly back, the time that you spent having to experiment with those different lineups, how much has that helped you in the long run this year?
I think it's helped a lot. It's helped the growth of the other players because they've had to step up in different moments. And I think it's also helped just the understanding of the game, some of the patience in certain situations, seeing the game in a different light, especially for Jill. Jill had to run the point and do a lot of different things when Milan was out and Destiny was out sometimes. So I think that's the biggest thing. And I just think they're buy-in and they're just growing. And it's been fun to watch them grow and just watch them understand and know how far they have came.
Coach, just as you said, a new season. It's you get the big win today, survive and advance, as they say, and you got a big quarterfinal matchup tomorrow. What do you have to do? What are the keys to victory to winning tomorrow?
Well, as you all know, Central Florida really guards they guard very well, and so we're gonna have to make sure we take care of the basketball. Then we're gonna have to make sure we're guarding too. They're playing really good basketball. I think the biggest thing too is being in a situation like we were today and be able to have scoring across the board, not just, from IImar'I, but like we kind of balanced out today. You had Milan, you had Aram. Aram played really well for us today. We need different people to be able to step up and be able to put points on the board also too.
Any final questions for Coach? Coach, thanks for giving us a few minutes today. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
All right, thank you very much.
From beginning to end, we had a lot of enthusiasm from the bench as well as people on the floor. So I was really proud of the way we stayed with it the entire game.
We'll take questions for Coach, please. Feel free to just ask your question.
Coach Savage, this game was the culmination. You all unfortunately ended the season on a 7-game losing streak. But however, what are some positive things that you could take from this last portion of the season moving forward, Coach?
I thought, we had some issues down the stretch these last couple of weeks, and between the storm and, Coach Melissa retiring early, being out of the gym for a week, I thought, everybody really put their mind to it and wanted to commit to these last few weeks of the season. I thought the passion for the game, their hard work every day in practice and us competing, and just our enthusiasm really turned around these last few weeks and wanted to battle from beginning to end. I thought we got better with our turnovers down the stretch. So just a lot of things I thought we improved on in these last few games.
Coach, your team started off strong. It was you all led after that first quarter. What did you feel like went wrong between that first quarter and that second quarter, and really the rest kind of set the tone for the rest of the game? What do you think went wrong?
I think we kind of lost a little confidence in our shots. We were getting some good looks, but the ball wasn't falling. And we all know, once you miss a few, you kind of hang your head. And as much as you want to stay in it and battle back, you need to see that ball go through the basket. I thought we had a little bit of a drought. I can't remember if we got stuck on 23 or 25. But they kind of stretched the lead around a timeout, and we kind of stayed there the rest of the way. So we just had to really get over that hump of that dry spell, and we just couldn't right at that moment. And then we kind of battled our way back the rest of the way. And that takes a lot out of you. Kind of got to do some things that you really don't want to do to kind of keep your people fresh, and you end up playing people a little bit more than you want. And it turns into a battle of wheels all the way through the game.
Coach, this team looked a little bit different today in terms of ball movement. It was really zipping around, high paint, low paint, inside, outside. How much of that work in practice paid off in your evaluation of the way they performed on offense?
Oh, I thought it paid off really well. They were double teaming in low close, and we wanted to go back out same side. I thought we had some very success with going in and out and reversing the ball early on, and people getting wide open looks and knocking down shots. And that's really what we try to do in practice every day, is play through our post, get it in, get it back out, and move the ball side to side. And I thought we had great success in that today.
Coach, talk about as far as next year is concerned. I know that you're disappointed with the loss tonight, but I know that you got to be excited for next year and next season, what you got coming back.
I do. I mean, right now the biggest question is, am I going to be the one coming back with them? So, I think, in talking to them in the locker room, I think this is a great bunch. We got a strong unit here and a lot of positives. We even have, 4 new faces that we'll have next year that I think will plug some of the holes that we were missing a little bit this year. But hopefully we'll be able to get a whole off season and a whole preseason this upcoming year, and we can really fix our deficiencies and have an amazing year next year.
If you are able to get the job for next season, Michele, is there a lot of tonight's performance, especially offensively, that you would say you want to be characteristics of Tiger basketball going forward?
Oh, definitely. We pushed the ball tonight, and I can definitely see us doing that a little bit more, getting up and down the floor. And a lot of what you saw tonight, in and out, and we'll be able to knock down those shots. Where today they were just a little bit off at times. Hopefully consistency from the perimeter, we will shore that up for next year.
Any final questions for Coach? Coach Savage, thanks for giving us a few minutes. Appreciate it.
I think that tonight's game, I think we played really hard, like from beginning to end. Like we did go through like a little rough drought or whatever, like when we weren't scoring, but I never saw any of us hold our heads down. We just kept playing hard. And the season, it was definitely one to remember. We experienced a lot of adversity and we could have just died down and quit, but I feel like we all stayed together and we got through the season.
Thank you. We'll take questions for Alana, please.
Alana, it was tough for your team down the stretch these last few games. How would you summarize how your team stuck together, even though through this hard, difficult stretch you had your coach retire on you guys towards the end of the season? Tell me how it was getting through that stretch and really a culmination of this whole season.
I think the love that we have for each other is what kept us together. I love my teammates and I know that my teammates love me. And so we play for each other and we were able to stay at a high even when things weren't looking great for us.
Other questions?
Alana, have you thought about, obviously this year it was a year to where it was an optional year, the NCAA do it to where this doesn't count against your eligibility. Have you thought about coming back next season?
Yeah, I have. I do plan on coming back next year and playing my 5th year.
Alana, what from today do you feel like was different from the last couple of games where it seemed like there was a 4th quarter lead for you guys or an opportunity there and it slipped away? Today, it felt like you guys were in the game at different moments early on, certainly had a little bit of a tough stretch in the middle, but made it close in the end.
I think we came out playing really hard. We knew if we lost tonight, that would be the end. So I think that was really our motivation and we were playing for each other as well. So.
Final questions for Alana, please. All right. Thank you, Alana. Appreciate your time tonight and best of luck to you the rest of the way. All right.
Thank you.
All right. That concludes press conference number 2 for today. We look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. Let us know if you need anything in the meantime. We'll have a recording available to you out via email shortly. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Chuck.